bank of the canal. Tommy squats for a closer inspection. "Brown anole," he says. "Discovery number 22. He pushes his glasses up the bridge of his nose. "Peter, I estimate there's a 78% chance we've run out of lizard species native to Central Florida." I scowl. "You're a non-believer." "But I believe in lots of things," says Tommy, "like gravity and chlorophyll." "Chloro what?" "Chlorophyll. It's the pigment in plants that makes them green." He's talking fast now, the way he always does when he gets going about a new word he just learned. "I was listening to a Science Daily podcast about the plant reproductive cycle." "Good grief, Tommy," I say, sponging the sweat off my face with my shirt. It's the first day of summer vacation, and the sun must know it too, because it's hot, even for Florida. It's one of those days when your skin stings and the pavement looks all blurry, and it's so humid you feel like someone just threw a big wet blanket over you. It's hard to get enough oxygen, and you definitely don't want to breathe with your mouth open because there are about 1 gazillion mosquitoes buzzing around your head, and the air is thick with the smell of dead catfish wafting up from the Indigo River. The road scorches my bare feet, so Tommy and I stick to the grassy bank of the canal that runs into our neighborhood from the river. Well, I stick to the bank. Tommy keeps his distance. He's been scared of water ever since spring break, when he got caught in a rip current at the beach, and his dad, a risk analyst, told him there was a 7% chance he could have been swept right out to sea and drowned. "Sunscreen?" Tommy says, pulling a bottle out of one of the pockets of his cargo shorts. "It's SPF 100. That's the highest SPF." I wave the bottle away. "You know I hate that stuff." "But Peter, remember last summer when we were out in the sun all day and you didn't wear sunscreen and you burned and then peeled for a whole week?" "No," I say, even though I totally do remember. My skin aches just thinking about it. While Tommy smears a thick coat of sunscreen on his arms and legs, I keep looking for animals. Our neighborhood curls like a horseshoe around the canal, and there are usually lots of birds and reptiles down here by the water. Tommy says the canal is like its own little ecosystem, another word he learned from Science Daily. A sudden flash of red in the branches of an oak tree catches my eye. "Binoculars," I say. Tommy scrambles to hand them over. I zoom in on the spot of red, then sigh. "Red-winged blackbird. Discovery number 72, says Tommy, rubbing sunscreen on his cheeks. The tricky thing about discoveries is that the more you make, the harder it is to make new ones. Still, this is it. This summer, our last summer before middle school, Tommy and I will finally finish our discovery journal. I know it. I can feel it. 3 long months ahead of us and only 6 discoveries to go. If we just keep our eyes open.
Well, well, school's out already?
Shoot. I was so busy trying to make a discovery that I didn't notice Mr. Riley standing on the dock in front of his ugly yellow house on the other side of the canal. My blood starts to boil. And it's not just the billion-degree heat. Mr. Riley is my arch-nemesis. "Yes, sir," Tommy says, even though I've told him 1,000 times to stop calling Mr. Riley sir.
"And let me guess," says Mr. Riley, "you boys are out here getting into some kind of trouble?"
He smirks at us from across the canal. With his big straw hat and string bean arms, he looks like a scarecrow that somebody made the mistake of bringing to life. He's almost blocking the entire sun with his hat, which is a very Mr. Riley thing to do. I look from Mr. Riley to his speedboat, the Reckoner, bobbing in the water at the end of his dock. He had the name custom painted along the side in jagged red letters that are probably supposed to be edgy, but are really